Hey, I'm gonna try and keep this quick because there's not much time left in the day. But SGB stuff, student government board, executive board member on that position, really cool stuff. Got a whole like pin badge. I think I showed it for one of the thumbnails or Instagram correlation post with this project. But besides that, well, not actually besides that, on that note, SGB. So what's going on now is that we're working on a statement to release to the student body and overall just the community of the University of Pittsburgh on the revoking of visas and all of that and all stuff concerning them. Just trying to bring some comfort to also advocate some resources and show the intent we have on tackling this issue. So that's like what we're doing now. And I think it's interesting because even with the statement alone, it takes a lot of nuance to make sure we get it right. It kind of reminds me of writing resolution papers in module one, even though at some points it honestly just felt like you just want to go with the resolution papers. But I really do think it's really interesting to see like the amount of effort people put into I don't know, not even interesting. It's really nice. Beautiful feels like a stress, but it's really fun to see how much effort and care people put into like taking making these statements and the care for the student body and just overall community of the school. Another thing I thought was interesting was during the SGB meeting, the previous board handed to the current board, which I am on. And it was interesting because there was a funding thing that was rejected, I think, for the Black Access Society. It was kind of interesting to see like the friction there of they felt like something was not met, like they felt like the interpretation of some rules was different, all of that, and it was really interesting to see that friction. I hope to try and tackle that in my upcoming term. But overall, I think what I want to do, because I've really said this a few times now, but I don't think I have a cohesive plan yet as of how I want to tackle the student government body role, being an executive board member and liaison of the campus operations and innovation team. I want to meet with the chair for the campus operations and innovation. I want to meet with them, see what their initiatives are, and see how I can best serve them, and also see if I can best guide them in a direction that they want to go in, but also is best for the school. And I'm also just interested in kind of throwing a bit of myself in there. But also, even besides that, just like in general, where do I want to take this school? I know I want to see Pittsburgh's entrepreneurship really just skyrocket, because I think that's something we're really weak on. I think just innovation in general. I think in terms of the healthcare medical space, we're top in there. Our Pitt Computer Science Club, I think, is probably one of the best in the world, low key. But I really want to try and spread that spirit of innovation to more places and see if I can create more breathing ground for that. So that's one thing I really care about. Just overall improving the campus facilities. So even one thing like the PSC Event Center, just making sure people know, I can't talk about this, but making sure you get notifications for when it's closed, because that's a law that for many students, that's the way they get up to upper campus conveniently. But yeah, I think that's where my head is at. So I think after exams, that's what I'm really going to tackle, and just coming up with a cohesive plan to see how I can be tackling that over the summer. So when it gets to August, I can get on the ground and start running and sprinting and just breaking stuff and building stuff and really just going crazy with it. Besides that, I have nothing else to say, so have a great day.